Oh, man. Alright, we're going to have some Mario gameplay in the back. No, that's kind of annoying. How about, Best Mario OST. Let's look at Best Mario OST. We're picking some music out. Let's see. Relaxing and upbeat, Super Mario Mix. That's 50 minutes long. Nintendo cheerful music. Beachside. Top 100 Mario songs of all time, maybe? Alright. Very nice. Well, well, well. What do we have here? Let me turn on my iPad. Oops. Hello, guys. Welcome to my short daytime stream. You guys know the daytime stream is 1 hour long. At least it's supposed to be. Where's the RuneScape music? All right, a couple new slabs came in the mail. We got our Houndooms restocked. We got Ho-Oh. We got this nice Dratini. Here's a Houndoom. Here's 2 Mario cards. So I'm all in on slabs. I think booster packs and slabs are the same side, the different sides of the same coin. Actually, I've been thinking about hosting a Mario break. Would you guys like a Mario break? We could do a Mario break. We could do a Mickey Mouse break. I got those bubblegum Mickey Mouse cards. These are sort of obscure breaks for people that want something other than Pokemon. And I don't know, keeping them on the table could clutter the table. So that's maybe one potential downside, just a cluttered table. But maybe we could keep all the breaks in like a separate box somewhere, like take a picture for Discord or something. Do a Star Wars comeback break. Close this up. Star Wars break, huh? We could have a Star Wars break. We've got that Queen Amidala card. It's tempting to just put that card up on eBay. I actually bought this Dratini. I thought the Dratini was too cheap. Hold on. You sound terrible. Yeah, I feel a little bit better, actually. But right now I have a bad cough. So the illness has progressed from ear pain, tooth pain, joint, back, neck pain, headaches, migraines, to all of that's died down a little bit, so I'll mute it a bit. But I have a dry cough now. And yes, so I'm almost better. All right, so I know what I paid for this guy. Do a break on the Queen Amidala. You think that one would go? You think people would actually buy into that one? I mean, that's a cool one. Star Wars break would be great. Oh, okay, Star Wars break. Yeah, maybe we just need to have a break for every genre of card. You know, if you look at my menu, we offer booster pack for every genre of card, right? So why wouldn't we have a break as well? Oh, right. So this break over here is supposed to finish today. This is the poker break. I think what I'd like to do... I'd like to add a third card. Let's add this Dratini in, and let's not have it be done 12-5. So this break is officially going to be called the poker break. And what we're going to instead do, the main poker break are these 2 cards now. Dratini Yellow, which is actually really nice, and the Pichu. It's going to be 3 cards only because Ekans was thrown in there in the past. There we go. Let's go ahead and take a picture of this. Give me a moment. All right, so the Dratini is a rare pop 5, PSA 10 Dratini. And we're going to toss him into the break for just 2 spots, okay? So we're going to have it be these 3 slabs. And we're going to allow it to continue, but with the Dratini in there, I'm hoping it will move a little better. Evo Sky's close to 950. Damn, bro. 950. Wow. Okay, that's the poker break now. I don't really have a bag large enough for the poker break. Well, maybe I do, actually. Hold on. Where do I keep these large sleeves over here? I don't know where those are kept. Maybe I can just find those large sleeves. Where in the world would I put them? The large sleeves. Oh dear, I don't think I would have put them anywhere that I would find them. Oh, I'm so terrible at this. Oh, did I even assemble the stream? I have a feeling I didn't assemble the stream. Let me sit down and focus on that. I did not. Oops. I didn't assemble the stream. Let me finish that. First step. All right. Oh, I like this song that's playing. I don't think I've heard this one before. All right, let me hit save right away. Okay, now for the title. The title shall say, Hot New Slabs. Slab breaks updated live card shop. We'll just say that for now. What is this song? This song's so nice. Welcome. This is Mario Luigi Dream Team. I'm liking that. It's a relaxing song. We're going live for Wednesday day. Very good. I received a reward from Coinbase. What? I reached 4,000 uploads on YouTube. Wow. Oh, I gotta get that. Gotta get that PSA return done. All right. Well, Brandon Wong sent 300. He says $10 for shipping. The remaining $290 for either cards or what other silver I can buy. Well, Mr. Brandon. Let's, oh, right. I was looking for these sleeves. See, because I bet these fat sleeves back here would store 3 cards in them. I don't actually know where I put those. How stupid of me. How insolent of me. Let's see. It's pretty hard on myself sometimes. Let's see. You'd think I probably do have a spot for it. I just don't remember it. What box is this? Yeah, what the heck's in here? Oh, Night Wanderer. Crazy. Ugh. Funny how Night Wanderer just sort of stopped selling. Hold on. Let me take a cough drop, because this is crazy. I feel like I need to cough every time I talk. Ah, here it is. Had Mister in my pocket, forgot about the stream. Is this them? No, this is not them. All right, well, I don't know where my sleeves went. The big ones. Okay, up to 8. This will have to do, everybody. So this break has changed. It's now 3 out of 14. It's gotten larger by 2 spots. Okay. This is going to be called the poker break. No longer called the Diglett break. For people who like poker cards, it's got the Dratini yellow. Look at that. That's a yellow-backed Dratini. And it's got this rare Pichu. And yes, the Ekans is still in there. Because I don't want to remove them except somebody who was going after the Ekans. Because the Ekans is actually really good. So somebody might have bought just to get after the Ekans. Otherwise, I could remove them and lower the number of spots. So there it is, the poker break. I don't have a sleeve that holds 3 cards, so... I mean, I think I do, actually. You sound sick. I've been sick, like, the whole week. Today's actually a nicer day for the illness. It's less painful. All right. So, let's go ahead and take care of Mr. Brandon Wong. Did you see my Discord message? I might not have. Oh, USPS did pick up the packages today. They're all off the porch. Isn't that nice? So USPS has picked up the packages. Isn't that nice? And Alexis is right now packaging up some new packages, and they'll go out tomorrow. So yes, the mailman skipped our pickup delivery thing yesterday. I don't know why he did that. Probably because he was lazy. And today he has picked it up. Very nice. It makes me kind of angry because it's like Christmas, and he knows I get a lot of packages. Yeah, I'm scared of porch pirates. Yes, keep an eye on that tracking number then. You're good. You won't have to work. Wait, did I add signature to yours? Oh, I don't remember. I don't think I did, actually. So yeah, just keep an eye on that tracking number. You should be good. Oh wait, we got right 290 on this. USPS lost a ton of my mail in my area. So fun. Hey, it's Dan the Wise Man. What's up, Dan? It's nice to see you. All right. Okay. We do have a Robert Tumman order for one spot in the Asian Hound Dumpy break. Hound Dumpy. Robert Tumman. There you go, Mr. Robert. Happy holidays. I'm so happy. Here it is, the very fancy Houndoom break with the Togetic. 2 cards. Oh. On my way to your port. How many are in here, actually? 5. There's 5. So this should be all the way up to 5, actually. This is a 3 and 17 break. All right. That is the poker break. It's called the poker break now. It has 3 cards in it. 3 whole cards. All right. So I think I was talking about potentially adding new breaks to the table that are not Pokemon. Check my message I sent you. Oh, shipping question. Can't ask me shipping questions. We can only talk about weird things. Express shipping for Brandon Wong. I'm not saying anything for him. That one was already done. I already did that one. Oh, hold on. Wait a second. I printed 2 labels. So you've got the old label. That's what's going on. I never got rid of the second label. Hold on. Okay. I'll send it back up. All right. So now we've got to hit refresh. Very good. Let's see what's next. I gotta rip the label in half and throw it away. Here's the Kecleon Bounty. You dyed your hair again? Poopa hands again? Here's Gyarados. Damn, he's cool. Marnie 9. Caterpie. It's Caterpie. Now, where did I put these brand new slabs? We just had them. Here they are. Okay. We got Mario Slab. We got a Cloud Slab. These are 1989 Super Mario breaks. Should it be 1 slab at a time, you think? Mr. Confirm Alexis has half her hair now. So Alexis is currently sporting a buzz cut military style haircut. It's really bad. It turned out super bad. There we are. Mr. has a few weeks he can loan. Oh my god, dude. Ha ha ha. Yo, what? Oh my god. Let's see. Let's see. Plant. Oops. Oh. Oh. This is actually hard to find. We might not be ready for this. Who's selling this? Do. All right, give me a moment, guys. I'm now shopping. I'm now shopping for Mario cards. I'm not supposed to be doing this. All right, well, that's going to do it. Well, geez, we could start a break on one of these. The blooper is really nice looking. I don't think it's time to start a break on these. Now, let's do one. We'll start with Piranha Plant. Did you guys know Piranha Plant's my favorite Mario character? That isn't Mario, right? We'll give this a shot. We'll see what happens. I don't know what'll happen. This is 1989 Cardos Mario. There isn't one of these for sale, actually, so... Okay, we've got a price for it. It's going to be 41 and 7. Mario. We'll see if there's any interest in a Mario break. Might not be. Okay, but I really like these. I've seen Rule 34 Piranha Plant. Okay. Ooh, looks like we have a quick order from Kevin Vu. Wow, that's cool. Mario. It's me, Mario. Mamma mia. Pizzeria. What do we got here? We've got Kevin Vu, Sweet Coon sub, Gengar break, Paldea Bluster with my credit. Sweet Coon sub. Right. There it is, Mr. Kevin Vu spending up that store credit. Rokana released a Moana promo card, huh? Okay. Kevin Vu. Oh, this is the fossil sublist. Oops. Put 4 down here. Wrong list. Here's a Mega Break. Okay, you are on number 5. Gengar Break, he says. Okay, Gengar Break. You're going into the Gengar Rare Candy Break. The lady wants to stream. Here we are. She wants to stay over all day. Here we are. Discord DM says, "Hey, Ovic." Yes, sir. Let's see. Oh, really important. He says. I think I could potentially do that. Hold on. So this is 40, 40, 20, 40 bucks remain, I think. There we go. Ta-da. Let's get you that Paldea blister. I'm on the last package. If you're cool with it, I'll hop up there. If not, I'm heading home. You can if you'd like. I don't mind. We are. Seems kind of like a slow day, so it's not a bad day to be practicing the stream. Ooh, you know what, Alexis? Wait a second. Don't do it. Because I'm sick, remember? So you'll want me to be no longer sick, and then you'll want, I don't know, maybe like 3 days to pass where nothing can be contaminated. I don't want you catching this. You will be sad. Yeah. So I've been up here breathing and existing, coughing a little bit. I won't do it. Yeah, it's not smart because you'll catch whatever I have. If you sit down in this actual chair and start touching the table and all, you'll probably catch it. Here's Dunsparce. Here's Tinkatink. It's really not that bad. It's a simple cold. I mean, I survived it. I think I'm on the upward trend on it. You know, I think it's going away. But you don't want it. It's annoying. Very frustrating. There we go, Mr. Kevin. Imagine you got sick, you'd blame me. You'd be like, look what you did. We are. Keep the Hilos. Okay, I'm keeping the Hilos. Short-term memory. Can I see the graded silver again? I think I'd be inclined to get the silver back out. Okay, give me a second here. I wish we could do a silver break, but I don't think that makes sense because silver's not really a card that gets pulled out of a booster pack, so no silver breaks. But what you could do, if you ever wanted to, if you see a card in a break, you can tell me you're trying to pull that card so you can trade it for silver. So if, let's say we did like a cloud break and he was like $130, you can say, okay, now I want to trade him for a silver coin. So if you ever get into the breaks and win, you could trade that for a silver coin. Now, Kevin Vu, I believe you've got $40 left, right? If anyone in chat is interested, Twilight Masquerade Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box are back in stock. What? All right, let's see. You coming in here and advertising some other place? What the fuck? There we go. All right, we're going to click on this. Don't spend your money here. So, what do we actually got? I found these. We are? All right. Ugh. Okay. So some MS69 Red Dragon of Wales coins. Found these. They weren't in the box. In fact, they're not even sleeved. They should be sleeved. Let's sleeve them. Oh, sorry, just trying to help. No, I understand. You didn't have bad intentions. You are. I bought a whole bunch of these Dragon of Whale coins in the past, a couple of years ago, and at the time, even from the bullion dealer, these were like $85 a piece, real expensive. And then I think to grade them was almost another $40. So just my costs were about $125. There we go. For the Red Dragon of Wales. Sadly, not a single one graded 70, I think, right? Or did one grade 70? I can't remember. That fancy coin. Okay, same here. I graded some of the... Oh, we did have some MS69s. Okay. So we got this completer coin. Red Dragon of Wales completer coins. 68. The 68s are cheaper if you're trying to get closer to like a raw bullion price. These Morgan silver dollars. I don't know what this one's worth. Here's that raw coin with the tint on it because I've touched it. Right, that's what happens to silver. It like goes bad or something. You know, it's not that it's bad. It's just that it changes color in an ugly way. You're not supposed to touch the silver. How much for the gold? Whew, maybe like 9,000. I don't know. I got some junky silver here. These silver coins were from my childhood. My grandpa gave them to me. They were only worth $6 back then. Now I think they're worth like 35 or something. Whatever the going rate for silver is. And actually, we bought these more recently. My wife and I did. But this is also 1 troy ounce. This bar, this is 1 troy ounce. This is 1 troy ounce. So these are just some raw 1 troy ounce coins, but they're not very pretty because I touched them. But, so that's an interesting story to them, huh? Yeah, this one's from my grandfather from when I was really young. Sunshine minting, 1 troy ounce. Oops. Sunshine minting, same place. I've been told my grandfather has some gold buried in the yard somewhere. Oh, we already showed that one. Tarnished silver. Yep. How much for the gold? About to order. Good luck to me. Pretty neat. So that's what I got. Obviously, if you get MS68, it's cheaper than MS69. Like, we got one of these. If you find an eBay buy it now price for like an MS69 completer coin or an MS69 dragon coin, I'll do, how about 5% off that price? Just to move another coin, I suppose. Because when I really look at it, I've got a lot of them. And you say you want some more silver, and so I got to have some money to work with. So converting some of this into money is not such a bad idea. Get a metal detector. All right. Here's a little, I believe this is a silver nickel. It's called junk silver. Because it's not pure silver. It's mixed with other metals. When I was younger, I wanted to get into gold and baseball collecting, even though I don't watch baseball. The reason to me is because it was kind of a fascinating idea. Then when I discovered they were doing it with Pokemon, I was like, oh shit, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing Pokemon. Yeah, so I was really interested the whole time in gold and silver. But Pokemon ended up being my vehicle for Poke investing, and I did extremely well. Like that Dragonite I just sold. You guys saw that one, right? He sold for 6.7. Well, he was purchased for 1.6. So that was me kind of like, you know, liquidating my investment, maybe too early. But I'm going to take that money and I'm going to do stuff with it. I'll probably grade some cards up. Maybe I'll grade some coins up. I don't know. And we'll keep rolling that money around, doing stuff with it, staying active. I have to one day purchase that Dragonite again. And hopefully either the money grows faster than he does, or I find one at a bargain because some guy's getting out of the market and he just wants to sell fast, one or the other. If I'm unlucky, if he actually rises too fast, then Anthony Kalura got the better deal than I did. So we'll have to see. I don't know. So I'm kind of gambling on my skill with the money, right? And that's, running a card shop's a little bit like gambling, isn't it? A little bit. I realize card shops are interesting because the product you work with is product that's either going up or down in value over time. And its whole price is based on that. You know, it's not like selling garbage toys from China. You know, I have to pay a premium for all of this. And then I have to hope it goes up if it sits in inventory. All right. I think I got a message from Alexis. She's clocking out. Okay. So, Joshua Collings. New bag for Joshua Collings. 20 of the Surging Sparks. Joshua. Wow. I'm liking this. Yeah, the kind of inventory you sit on as a card shop, it's not like normal inventory. Like if you ran a retail shop, there is risk to any business, obviously. But the nature of a card shop is especially gambly-like because you're sitting on product that's either a big dud or an investment. And also, how much do you sell it at and how fast? Like, if I'd sold through my Evolving Skies, I would have missed out on it going to $950 a box. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and a 20. Mr. Joshua, are you brand new? I can't remember. Overpriced Surging Sparks. I hope I have better luck with you. Hey, man, I appreciate it. Well, think of it like this, Mr. Joshua. You get the service, you get the excitement, you get the social experience, but you're also tipping the dealer a little bit, right? So I appreciate it, man. Yeah, you're right. If you were to just buy this off eBay, you would get it cheaper. Then you got to open it at home by yourself. I can't remember, though. Are you new, Mr. Scuffa? I think he sounds new. Yeah, and wife doesn't see it. Oh, my God, dude. I'm going to start up a vault series where you can vault your cards over here where your wife can't see it. Oh, my God. Mr. Joshua. Let's check and see if he has a bag. Can I see the slabs after? Now, what do you mean by that? Do you mean you want to see the breaks, or do you want to see what's for sale? I think he just means he wants to see what's for sale. We have a lot of slabs for sale. Oh, we've got a first-time order slab right now. Here we go. First-time order slab. Yeah, we can run through the slabs real fast. So, Joshua, there's so many slabs I've priced. If you really wanted to see all of them, you can scroll through our Discord server. Here you go. You get this for free. I'm seeing 130 from last buy it now. Here we go. Now, I don't really go off of last buy it now. I always go off of the current buy it now, okay? That's the way we do things. That's because the last sold isn't available anymore. That being said, sometimes there's a big gap between the last sold and the current priced one, and I can appreciate that, so we can try to work around that. But in general, the rule is, you know, if it's sold, it's not there anymore. But, okay, what was I doing here? Oh, shoot, what was I going to look up for you? I forgot, I lost it. Oh, I know what I was doing. Let me show you, Josh. So I'm heading over to our Discord server here. Okay, and then we've got these channels right here. Pricey slabs and all slabs. And you click on one, and there they are. Lots and lots and lots of slabs. Okay. The Discord link is in the description. I have no idea what that means. Could you educate me on that? Oh, it just means that, in general, when I price up my products, I always go with the current cheapest buy it now. So I don't go off of last sold. When I'm pricing, I always go with cheapest buy it now. Here we are. All right, let's see what we got. When something is already sold, I don't have to necessarily match its price because it's not available anymore. It's already off the market. Somebody else already got it at that price. But, you know, again, like I was saying, let's say there's a really big price difference between the last sold and the current buy now. I take that into consideration. You know, like let's say the last coin sold for 130 and the next one's for 400. Well, I sit there going, well, how do I feel about it? Do I really feel like it's worth 400? Or do I feel like it's worth more like 130? Here we are. Please pull. I need a clip so my wife, I can show her this was worth it. He's hard to pull, man. So I wish you good luck. If you do pull it, you'll also be the first one to get a clip of yourself pulling Surging Sparks Pikachu, because we have not pulled it over here. It's actually been kind of a slow seller. Ready? Here's Snorlax. That's not true. We've sold a couple cases of this, but it slowed down this week. I think people got beat up by this set so bad. No, it actually sold really well the earlier week. Here's Kecleon. It sucks that they removed the Magneton. When you're free, I feel better if you confirm the prices. Oh, sure. Well, what you can do is you can tell me which coin you'd like. Well, what coin did he say he wanted? Hold on. Let me see. He said... Okay, so I'm not sure which coin you were referring to. Which coin is it you're interested in? The same card, PSA 10, varies from 100 to 400. How do I digest that? Well, whenever you're picking a price is really just whatever a buyer and a seller agree to. So let's say the seller sees one sold for $100, and he says, well, you have to match that now. You have to, because that's the last sold. The buyer might actually feel like, nah, I feel like it's worth more than 100, and the fact that that one's already gone off the market actually proves it, because there's none remaining at that price. So if there was one remaining at $100, then it'd be like, all right, $100 it is. But the fact that there's no more remaining at that price shows that potentially the price is rising. Kind of like buying gold or crypto, right? So when you buy gold, you buy at today's price, not yesterday's price. When you buy Bitcoin, you can't say, well, it sold for 94,000 yesterday just because it's listed at 96,000 today. You got to sell for 94 from yesterday. So I feel the same way about cards and coins. Like, ultimately, we can just agree on a price, and maybe it's a price you like, or maybe it's a price I like. Hopefully a price we can both like. But the idea that it always has to be last sold is a flawed idea. Because if it was always last sold, you could logically deduce that it will always stay the same price. Think about it. If you always sold at last sold, cards would never go up in price. Gold coins would never go up in price. Whatever. It would just, like if the gold coin sold for $3,000 yesterday, and you had to sell at that price, it would be $3,000 the next day and the next day, because it's always last sold. So people often look at last sold when they're buying. And the seller often looks at, well, what's the current price? Here we go, slacking. This is a very common conversation. We have this conversation on this channel maybe like, gosh, I want to say like once a week at least. Here's Tatsugiri. All right, Tatsugiri. I like this one. This says brutal. Fact is, the seller can name their price. If someone doesn't like it, don't buy it. Yeah, something like that. But, it's not like, it's not like a hostage exchange. It's not like you're beating each other up. It's just, maybe the seller wants to keep the item. There we go. All right. But I'm not trying to bend you over on the price of any of this stuff. I think a pretty good price typically is just the cheapest buy it now price. But not always. Sometimes it's really unreasonable. Here's Tatsugiri, Slay King, Slackoth, Pikachu, Sarah Luge, Kecleon, and Enriching Energy. Whew. All right, you got it, man. Won like 5K today on stream. Whoa. You won $5,000? Damn, bro. That's crazy. Like cash? Or do you just mean like products that you can turn into cash? I have my eyes on the MS-69 Red Dragon of Wales. Okay, so now we know what to look into. Joshua Collings. I would be happy to sell that to you. I think it's really cool that you bought some of that silver. Okay, guys, so he actually sent in for more. I have to check to make sure no one else sent in for it, okay? Because the way it works on the stream is you can't cut the line. So you have to have no one else buy any after you. Yep, you're all good. I'm going to go ahead and get that for you right now. We're going to service it immediately. Okay, so he would like 10 more Surging Sparks. Yes, sir. Did you see that backslide down? That's so funny. I stream crypto. Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Man, that's a very interesting, huh? All right. All kinds of stuff out there in the world, huh? I guess you and I would be a little bit similar then, huh? I'd love your explanation on how Mr. Mime is Ash's dad. Well, I saw this video that proved it. I'm just kidding. And a 10. I mean, opening Pokemon packs is a little bit like gambling, right? I've seen some sellers selling for like $280. It's so dumb. Well, you'd be surprised because you'd think that the price over the eBay price is all profit. You got to pay fees. Like CASHAPP takes a certain percentage, and there's like all kinds of little fees you don't really think about that all kind of stack up. Sharpie markers, baggies, sleeves. When I spend like $1,000 on replacement sleeves, I feel that. I have an accountant. That accountant takes $700 a month. A month. Every month, I pay $700 for accounting. You know how bad that feels? And then whatever profit you have left over, I still pay government taxes. I actually also pay taxes for Alexis and Mike's side. That's government employment taxes. And then, I pay Mike's side for clips, and I pay Alexis for shipping. So the amount of profit left over for me is a lot more reasonable than you think it is. So to have an operation like this, it's not free. Kind of like DoorDash, you know, like some of the money that DoorDash makes is paying the shareholders and the managers and the employees. Some of it's just operating costs. Like you have to have the software, you have to build the relationships with the, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, if you ever ran one of these, you'd see it. Here we are. All right. What you could say is maybe I should take a lower cut for myself. But if I did that, I might be less motivated to work so hard. Here we are. All right. Write-offs? No, not so many write-offs for this company. What's dumb? The 30 packs I just bought is dumb. Yeah. No, I appreciate you being here, man. And, you know, I hear you when you say that kind of stuff. I get it. I get it. Yeah, the prices here are cheaper than if you just bought, like, from Walmart or something. You know, one thing that we do that is really special, though, the breaks. Yeah, if you like a high-stakes kind of booster pack, you should join some of our breaks, man, because you could do the math behind them, and they're pretty impressive. Here's Latias. Okay, Latias. And yeah. Whew. Man, that is rough. The pull rate on this is very tough. I love silver. I had an important task in New York City. Oh, I wish I could be in New York City for a day. That'd be so cool. GG's. I appreciate you, Mr. Scuffa. You know, the other thing you have to consider, Scuffa, isn't just the price, but the pull rate on the Pikachu. So let's say the pack's kind of expensive, but the pull rate is good. Well, then it's not that expensive, is it? Well, let's say the pack is kind of cheap, but the pull rate's atrocious. Well, then the pack's not really cheap, is it? So you have to consider pull rates as part of the price of the item. And that's really hard to know. But take a look at this. This guy has a 1 in 36 pull rate at $40. He's really expensive. So you could get in a break for a card already graded 10. And we've done the math. The math is better to get into these slab breaks for desirable cards rather than to pull the card yourself. Look at these. Some more. Look at this. Got some nice vintage cards here. Wow. So I host these breaks, and they're very popular right now. This is the thing. We're trying to get some modern breaks up, too. So I'm trying to get some more of the modern stuff. How do you calculate pull rates? It's not... Pokemon doesn't reveal the pull rates, but there's YouTubers who open, like, thousands of packs at a time, and they write down their pull rate. And then there's people who compile those videos, and then they go, okay, roughly the pull rate's 0.04%, or, you know, for the chase card or something, you know what I mean? Thank you, Joshua. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. It is a bit of a pricey box, and it's a very cool card to pull. People, it's a bragging rights kind of card, you know what I mean? Thank you so much, though. All right. Sergio L12. He says 3 fusion strikes. Fusion strikes, you got it. Oh, let's check that silver for Mr. Brandon as well, right? He said he wanted to take a look at the... Oh, I put it all the way away. I should just leave it nearby. The silver should just sit nearby, huh? All right. I put the silver all the way away. All right. Aha. Very good. I'm not going to be too tough on it, I promise, okay? All right. This is music. So, now. Red Dragon of Wales. Oh, you got it, man. 130 is the price. You're all set on 130. I tell you what. So 130 is the price. If you do 2 of them, I'll do 120 on each. So you get $10 each per coin. $10 off per coin. I'm pretty much breaking even at 120, right? I actually explained that earlier. So if you buy 2 of them, I'll do 120 each. That's up to you, though. Other than that, the price, I guess, is 130. Should have gone through these first, huh? I didn't even know I had them, to be honest with you. Found them after we showed off the other ones. I'm surprised he hasn't changed the song. This is Mario music. It's been, you know, Mario music. Freaking Mario, dude. This one's called Mario Kart Live Home Circuit. Yeah, I don't know. Some Mario music is better than other Mario music. Thank you for the silver. No problem, man. I'm kind of in the mood for the cards, too. Hey, man, do whatever you'd like. We got a special on the silver. It's 2 for $120 a piece. And there's cards. Cards are fun. Cards give you a chance for, like, a big hit. Or maybe you go cold and you don't get anything. We are. Can you please put the star signs coin aside? And also the small Constantine coin for me. I'd like them for my dad's Xmas present. The star signs coin. You mean the Morgan silver dollar, the one that was $2.90? The small Constantine coin. I don't know what that one is at all. You have me confused. You'll have to explain them a little bit better. Are these ungraded ones, maybe? Here's Lucario. Can you cash out the credit when you get off stream? Yes, sir. That was the plan. That was the plan. I'm not very good with Cash App, so I have to figure out how to do it. I think it's probably very simple. Sergio L12. Thank you, Sergio. With an L. No, we put you in the SE box. You have a small coin 880 AD from memory. Oh, that's sold. Yes, that's sold. Somebody grabbed that already. There we go. That was a pretty interesting coin, huh? What I would like to do is get some of those ungraded and send them into grade. I think that'd be really fun. It's easier if I request it? Yeah, go ahead and request it. Wait, let me show you how much you got, okay? Forgot you could do that. Says here you got $61, okay? Toss that away. You ever gonna take this production to OF? I gotta make some real money, man. Time to go to the OF. Rigoberto Gil, $100 toward his fossil spot. Very good. I got 3 spots in the fossil break for myself. I got really lucky with the jungle break where it was heavy, but I don't want to try for luck this time. This time I just want to definitely get a heavy pack because I want a chance for that Dragonite again that I just sold or a Gengar. Okay, slab away. Rigoberto Gil. This dips down to $300, Mr. Rigoberto. There you go. Morgan is $2.90. Okay, I'll plan for that. Yeah, the Morgan silver dollar is very cool. And by the way, I saw the price I paid for it. The $2.90 is kind of just over that price. Looks like I'm able to do that right now, Mr. Aovic. Should be able to do it from my extra phone. Wait, am I? Oh, here it is. Pay. Oh, wow. All I had to do was hit one button and it did it. Cool. You need to drink that airborne vitamin C. Oh, yeah? Well, I had my vitamins today, and I've got a cough drop, and I'm drinking tea. So the illness is mostly past, by the way. I'm at the stage of the illness where it's just sort of like coughing, and it's like, ugh. So it sounds a lot worse than it is. The hardest day of the illness was actually probably yesterday. You guys didn't know it, but I was suffering pretty bad yesterday. I was in a lot of pain. I just wasn't talking about it too much. You know what's crazy? I think I've done this stream whenever I've had like a migraine headache or something so often now that it's like I don't even feel like I need to talk too much about it if I'm not feeling well. All right, there we are. Hope you feel better. Oh, thanks, man. By the way, this won't affect any of your cards. You know, just let the cards sit for 3 days, which they will during shipping. You guys can't catch my cold. Perfectly safe. I wouldn't touch them if I thought you guys could get sick from them. So that is Cloud Opus 1. He is the Chase Cloud for the whole collection. Yeah, the virus can't live on the cards, so we'll see if it is a flu, which I assume it is. Okay, we have a cloud price. This one's a bit of an experiment. Dragons Exalted. Trying to remember which set is Dragons Exalted. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's a black and white Euro box. I don't know. Couldn't tell you, man. Today we had 2 new breaks to the table. Really 3. Here it is. This is Vintage Mario from 1989, the Piranha Plant. This is, what is it? Mario Brothers 3 is where they introduced this. Very cool. See, look. It is. It's Super Mario Brothers 3. See that? If you haven't played this game, oh my god, you need to play it. And then here is Cloud. He is the chase card from Final Fantasy, if you didn't know that. This is pretty much as good as you could do, except you want the Wave 1, which is sort of like first edition version of this, but that card would cost like over $1,000. So, yeah, this artwork comes out of the first booster box of Final Fantasy in 2016 is when this set began, and that is the very desirable Cloud card from it. We changed one of the breaks. So instead of ending it today, this is now called the Poker Break, and it's 3 slabs. Next time it won't be 3 slabs. It's Ekans, Pichu, and Dratini. And the big improvement to it is this Dratini. Pop 5. Really rare. Yellow deck Dratini. Look at that. Lovely. So this is more focused toward people who actually want the poker cards. Only 2 spots were added for the Dratini. So he was at $80, and that's what was added. So your odds are now 3 and 14, or a little better than 1 and 5. That's the Poker Break, and there's 3 cards in it. I like that Joker. Yeah, I mean the Joker. You're waiting for the Queen Amidala break. Yeah, you want that? You want a Queen Amidala break? All right, give me a second here. Queen Amidala. And since we can actually do 2 of these, let's have this pushed off the track pod racing. Now this is pod racing. You ready? So these 2 cards will be it. I think this was originally $60. That's Anakin Skywalker and Sebulba. 1 in 50. And this one's 1 in 25. Wow. You want to see what these would look like with better sleeves? Look at these yucky sleeves, man. They're so pretty when they come out of the sleeves. It's crazy how pretty they are. You can really buy cheap or expensive card sleeves, and it really plays a big role in how nice these look. Oh, that looks so much better. The vibrancy is the same with these sleeves, but these cost a lot more per sleeve, so I don't use them. There we go. All right, so there she is. I just feel like some cards really need that extra pop, you know what I mean? Okay, here we are. There we go. Wow. So pretty, dude. Yep. Out of 25, once again, out of 25, I have to check and see if that's the correct price on her. There was not even one for sale, so I didn't really know what to think about it. PSA 10, Queen Amidala. I know at the time, the packs she came out of were like $60 a pack. Okay, Sapphire. Has it already been? Here it is. Yeah, 200 is probably about right. Let's do it. Okay. I didn't find an exact card like this one, but I saw another one for out of 25, and it was like 160. But it wasn't as good as that one. Those 30 were bad. That set's so tough. Dude, you're so right. I've watched a lot of people open them, Mr. Scuffa, and they are just so tough. But that's what makes it so addicting. Because if you actually pull one, it's like, holy shit, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just pulled one of the hardest to pull, coolest cards in the hobby right now. And that's what makes a card, like, so collectible, is knowing how tough it is to pull. But again, that's why I like our breaks, because you can kind of circumvent the packs and go straight to like this card would also be really tough to pull. Each one of these booster boxes is like $3,500 now, and your odds of an alt art popping out is so low. And the fact that you would need it to be Gengar, and the fact you'd need it to grade 10 as well, like the odds are astronomically low in terms of the cost. So that's why I like the breaks. All right, there we go. Star Wars break. So that's 40. Not the whole slab. It's a $40 break. And the odds are 1 in 36. Does that make sense? So it's a $40 break. What you're buying is a single $40 booster pack and hoping that you pull this guy for $40. If you pull this guy for $40, you can tell your wife that, because that's also very exciting. But it's not a lot different than just opening Surging Sparks Pikachu, right, out of those other boosters. But I've done the math. This is better odds. So it's a high stakes card with much better odds than the Pikachu, because your odds with the Pikachu is way worse than 136 at 40. And I can show that to you. All you got to do is find somebody who's compiled the pull rates, and then you got to find out the price per pack times the pull rate, and then also the odds that it grades 10 as well. Because when you pull these cards, they don't all grade 10. So you might pull the Surging Sparks Pikachu, but he's not a 10. So all those things combined shows absolutely ridiculous odds to land here. And I think people already kind of knew this. They knew that PSA 10s of the chase card are a little underpriced compared to trying to pull it yourself. Like, people would go after Hidden Fates Charizard, and they'd easily outspend the cost of just a PSA 10 Charizard from that very set. And, yeah, so everyone's kind of experienced this. Ooh, we got Alicia buying 3 spots into this poker break. Here you go, Alicia. So there are 3 cards in here, which means if you're extremely lucky, you'll pull all 3. If you are unlucky, you'll pull 0 of them. Okay. Now, it would be fun if one of the breaks ended right now, because I could show you. But you have to wait for the break to end, okay? Okay, so Alicia just bought 3 in the poker break. So we count down, it says 9, 10, 11. That means there's 3 spots remaining in this poker break. And then it goes off. We're setting this break up right now. So this is 260 divided by 40, which is 6.5. I'm going to round up. Don't hate me. 40. It's going to say 2 in 7. So this is a 2 in 7 break. And it's going to say Star Wars. All right, that's our very first Star Wars break. We've never hosted one before. She's kind of a waifu break, too. She could have been one of the waifus. So see, we got these breaks running. And we've been doing this a lot on this channel recently. This has become kind of the thing people are excited for. Okay, what's it called? I'll try it. Okay, so here it is. So you sent for the 1 in 36 Gengar. So we take a card like this. This card is basically just part of a list so that I know whose turn it is when we open the boosters. It is Joshua. So he's going into this break. See the little symbol up there? We call it the rare candy break. And then here are the other people in the break. So you're Kevin, Roy, Anthony, Joseph Jones, Ryan DeVries, Jennifer Yap, NH Jen, Elijah, Zach, Brandon, Joseph Jones. You can see a lot of people bought 2 spots because they want to increase their odds because they really like the card. Now we write this in, number 17. You're waiting for it to reach all the way up to 36. When this number hits 36, it's done. And then what I do, we have these custom booster packs. These are my custom booster packs. And what you're hoping, excuse me, what you're hoping for is when it's your turn, you'll get something like this. Haha. So you get your holographic Pokemon card, but you also get this, which represents the Gengar. You're hoping to pull this, but only 1 of 36 people will actually do that. So the odds are pretty tough, but the payout is huge. The stakes are huge if you actually get selected. There's other breaks with better odds. So because maybe the stakes are smaller, meaning that the card you actually pull is not as impressive. So something like this, for example. This is a 3 in 17. We got Houndoom and Togetic. Nice vintage cards. Here's a Mario break we just started, a Final Fantasy break we just started, One Piece break. Here's a card that's specifically Umbreon. He's finally moving. Here's this Gengar. Here's this Poker break. We've been kind of going crazy with the breaks, haven't we, guys? We got a lot of breaks now. I might have to start taking pictures of them to help people keep track of them. We got to make a change to this Topps break. He's not moving. We're going to make a change to this one. We even have a Halo break back here. Here it is. So there you have it. You know, people who kind of stick around and they participate in multiple breaks, they eventually get a big hit, right? And then they go, yo, this is actually not bad. You know, they realize it's not actually a lot different than just opening up regular Pokemon packs, except the card comes out already graded. And they I think, also agree with the math. They go, oh, the math actually does make sense. This is called the Mega Break. You can buy in for $400 or $40, but your odds are really small at 40. This is the biggest, this is the largest staked break right here. So for $40, you could pull this card. He's valued at $2,200. The only break about that size is this one right here. So this is the biggest. This is the second biggest. Your odds are bad, but the pull is really sexy. So these two right here. And then if you want more like a break that has maybe a very beautiful card with maybe like much better odds, that would be this Pokeball break right here. He's kind of intentionally that way. So this is also a Pokemon break, but the goal here is to offer the most value. So I try to go with like cards that I think are underloved, their price doesn't make sense, you know, and I sell these instead. Like this Togetic, didn't really make sense to me, the price on it. It comes out of one of the most expensive Neo packs, $1,000 Neo pack. So I'm able to fit this Togetic in here, and he's already graded 10. It's really nice. Oh, Crystal Guardian, blurred. Yeah, oh, and the pack breaks. Here we are. These are pack breaks. What you're doing is you're buying one card in the pack. And if you're lucky, you're the guy who pulls the rare card in the pack. Does that make sense? So this says 9 out of 9. This says 10 out of 10. That's because when you buy in here, you're 100% getting one of the cards from these packs. But your goal is to pull the rare card. Only one person does. So these are my breaks, and they're very popular. This is kind of what keeps our stream very active. But you can also just buy regular booster packs. We provide it all. We got all the regular booster packs. All right, Elijah says, use my credit for a spot in the Queen break. Oh, the Queen Amidala break, right. Yeah, we've got all the stuff, all the regular product, all the breaks. Here you go, Elijah. He wants to go into the new Star Wars break right now. So he just started this one. I'm going to grab a bag like this, and we're going to put his name in there. And so now he's waiting for everyone else to buy in, and he doesn't know how long it'll take. We have a channel in our Discord server in case you missed the break going off. We have a channel where you can keep up with it, okay? So let me show that off to you as well. I mean, this is useful for everyone watching, so I don't mind explaining it over and over and over and over again. Where's my, oh, here's my phone. Let me show you one more time. So in case you miss out on the actual video live stream footage of the break, we have this channel called Breaks History in Discord. You can click on that. And here you can see a link to the stream and a timestamp that shows when the break went off. Sometimes it says rewind, so that's the end of the break is when I recorded the timestamp. But there you are, Tyranitar Togetic, Topps Marvel, Sandstorm Elite Vintage Pack Break. Yesterday it was last spot in the Mega Sublist and the Mega Break. Magikarp Break, Mega Break Sublist. One Piece, Rayquaza, Rocket Break. So yeah, we try to keep this list very accurate so that you, if in case you weren't here when the break went off, you can go rewatch it and see the results. I want that Houndoom so bad, but I don't want to lose $40 either. True. Well, what you could do is you could open up a pack of Neo 3. Can I show that to you real fast? So he comes out of a booster pack of Neo Japanese. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to find the cheapest one on eBay for you, and it's going to shock you. Watch this. Okay. So if you want to risk it, you can buy this one from Germany. People don't like doing that. So let's find one in America. Well, this one's from the Philippines. All right. Oh, okay, this one's officially from Japan. Notice how it has more watchers. $672. That's all it costs to have one shot. I pull in the Houndoom. And guess what? It often doesn't grade 10. Because with the old packs, the holographic card is the very first card in the pack. So they always take damage unless they come right out of a booster box. But they could also be off center. They can have a print line. They can have a dot, a speck, any of those problems. They have all the same problems of any card. So this is why this is not such a bad deal. You could buy a $600 booster or a $40 spot with odds of 3 and 17. See? So it's not actually that different, except this already graded 10. That's a big deal. That's a big idea, actually. Your card's not worth that much unless it grades 10. That's the truth in this in the card market. If your card is raw or grades 9, it's really not worth that much. All those booster pack values are based off of the idea that hopefully you can grade 10. So people are basing those prices off of the optimal outcome. Well, this already is the optimal outcome. It already is a 10. Next up, we have Mr. Savian Zalamki, 17 fusion art, put in Abigail Zakixpeg. All right, 17 fusion arts. And I need to wrap up real soon. Where are my fusion arts? Well, I may need to go get a fresh box of fusion arts. If you don't mind. Oh, there's some fusion art. Is this it right here? Fusion arts. I got a couple right here. There we go. Okay, $69 for one card in the pack. That's right, one card in the pack. Oh, I got an open box right here. No, wait. Let's get you a fresh box, man. Let me get you a fresh box. Cat trying to sneak in the room. That hurts. There we go. All right. Scuffa could be Charizard. Yeah, let me show Scuffa what the top pull in that booster pack is. Well, the top pull would be a gold star, right? But you can also pull this in the reverse holo spot. This is like $6,000 as a 10. This is a reverse holo. So this pack could have this card in it for sure. You know, like, packs are either heavy or light. Even if he's light, he could still pull this Charizard. That's why he's such a desirable pack to open. Do you do consignments? More recently, yes. We are. All right. If you're going to wrap up, can I take the deal on 2 Dragon Coins and use the remainder of $50 for Hello Kitty Weiss? Yeah, we can do that. Let's do that. $17. There you go. Have fun, Miss Abigail. All the gold stars in that set are worth less than the stamped Zard. How crazy is that? How crazy is that? Do a TCC cult shirt. What are you talking about? That one guy came in, he's like, well, you have a cult-like following. That's so unfair to say that, dude. I have been beaten up so often by my following. I don't know what he's talking about. There we go. The level of criticism and scrutiny. I feel like I live under oh, look at this. A magnifying glass. That's how it really feels. It is. Not in a fun way. All right. Cool. You're supposed to go with last sold. Yeah. That's a very common thing to say. And then I have to say something like, Oh. Oh, look at that Mew. I don't want to. I try to watch other breakers, and I can't. You're just that entertaining. I don't even like the card openings. Really? I don't really know. You know, the problem for me is I don't have enough time to watch a lot of other channels do their stuff. So I don't know exactly, you know, what makes someone entertaining. Isn't that funny? Probably autism. Okay, here we are. Probably because I'm sitting with no pants right now. That's the trick. You take your pants off before you hit the live button. Here's Bolton. And then when you pull something, you go, ah! If you tell me to drink the Kool-Aid, I'll drink it. Oh my God, dude. Dude was just hating. That's what I think. I think he was just hating. All right. Put that over there. I don't remember any haters on live chat ever, but I remember when that one guy said Mr. to butt out of his conversation. Right. That was a sad day, actually. Did you know that? He was being really mean to a guy in the channel who had been so generous to everyone. It was a guy who just kept doing giveaways, and he was buying product nonstop. And then he's experiencing some frustration because someone just pulled the chase card out of the expensive Merlin 3 booster box. And he was trying to do that. He just kind of expressed some frustration, which is actually pretty normal. You see that a lot on this channel. And this guy starts beating him up for it. And then after that day, the buyer, the actual guy who was buying stuff and giving it away to you guys, he left. He left because he was getting beat up by another customer. How sad was that? Okay, put in Abigail's bag. You got it. How sad was that? So I was like, damn, dude. And of course, the guy who was beating him up wasn't even a customer. It wasn't like a big member of our community that, oh, we love you, don't go anywhere. No, it was just some guy. Butt out, mister. Wasn't he calling himself an alpha? Something like that. He said, I ain't no beta something. Like he's so tough, you gotta stand up. He's gonna stand up to me? Whoa. He stood up to the YouTuber. What? Oh yeah, you're so tough. You stood up to the guy who opens Pokemon cards. Chris Abruzzo. Only alpha males in this alpha male podcast. All right, let's see. When we suck each other's peens, we always wear socks. There we go. Alpha males. Can you start drama with PokeBruh? Those were fun times. That was kind of that was unfortunate, you know. I wish that he had just credited me properly in the video. That's all. I never actually hated PokeBruh. I never actually had a lot of mean things to say about him. I was really surprised that he was so against it. I didn't believe it. I was like, really? Okay, so Garrett Wixom shipping. We're going to do that later, Garrett. That's going to be the first order of the night. And we're going to jump over here. So I promised you 2 of these guys. And now I have way less of them. Okay, you're getting 2 red dragon whales. You always spoke well of PokeRev and King Gary. Yeah, my perspective on PokeRev is that he's like this guy who brings new people into the hobby. And it's like, that's good for everyone in the hobby. So I never spoke ill of him. Just, he made a video that was like, the primary piece of content in the video is actually one of my best videos. And I wanted to lower thirds. That's what I wanted. That's where your name pops up on screen. And it's like, because I want people to know I pulled it. It's like a bragging rights thing. And he's like, well, don't worry. We tossed you in the description. I was like, no one checks description. But then also, when you looked in the description, and by the way, he didn't even do that at first. He said, well, we'll toss you in the description because there was nothing there at first. I just wrote Garrett Wixon on these. God, I'm dumb. It's because I'm talking. I'm running my mouth. Don't worry, Brandon. But anyways, so when you looked in the description, he didn't even write names down. So it was just links. And I was just thinking like, wow, man. And he's just very averse to sharing, I don't know, people's content that they made. And I was like, that just doesn't seem right. I had made a lot of content like that for the TheCardconomist. Remember, that channel had 130,000 subscribers. I was making videos that could get 100,000 views easily. And I was very used to just giving credit to people. It's actually very easy to do. So I was like, why are you so against this? It's very weird. Almost seems like you just don't want to do it. We are. Like it wasn't an accident. You're against it. And so, yeah, the takedown on the video. But it didn't copyright strike him. It was a request. And he could have just talked to me. But I'd have said the same thing. I'd have just said, like, let's get that lower thirds. There we go. I don't know. Here we are. He probably wiping his tears with $1 million bill. There we go. The irony is Watch Mojo had just used some of my content and done the same thing like a month ago. So Watch Mojo, I'm in a Watch Mojo video. I don't know. Excuse me. Some of you guys know that. But yeah, I'm in a Watch Mojo top 10 video for Pokemon cards. And, you know, they knew what to do. They knew to credit me. They didn't mess around with it. But that's standard. That's not like an unusual thing. That's a normal thing. All right. $50 of Hello Pretty. I got to go get some Hello Kitties. I'll be right back. All right. How you doing, mister? It's been a while. PokeRev from a cutthroat state. Yeah, you think he's cutthroat? You think that was the reason? See, that could be the reason. Maybe he really just didn't want to hand out credit to other people. He just wanted the credit for himself. That's an assumption. I don't know if that's how he really is. There he is. There we go. But you can very easily credit people on screen. And after it happened, he started doing that too. So after the fight, he started crediting people on screen. All right, when he uses their content. There we go. Very nice. Cutthroats don't wax their eyebrows. Don't they? I don't know. Some of them might. All right, here we go. New Jersey. Oh, you got the double-sided card here, Cinnamon Roll. So cute. Oh. Boy, we got to get better music for sure, man. His girly screams didn't get him enough money. Here's a holo. Nah, that guy's got enough money. He doesn't need extra money. I did a calculation. He earns probably about $1 million to $500,000 in ad revenue a year. So he's like this super duper popular, wealthy Pokemon card content maker who makes probably close to $1 million in ad revenue by itself. Forget about merchandise and card sales. This is the last guy who needs help. And so that's why it's so infuriating that everyone took his side. Is like, gee, whose side are you on? The small content creator or the multimillionaire content farming, you know, Poke-bazillionaire? It just doesn't make sense. It's like, thanks for supporting smaller streams, guys. But I know what was going to happen. Everyone would dogpile me because they want his approval. And it's just kind of sad. It's kind of like, dang, you guys got no peens. Like, grow a weenie or something. This guy's not necessarily your friend. He does have friends, and he's going to take care of them, but you're not necessarily his friend. You're not part of his special circle jerk. Because that's how it works. When you're a YouTuber, you develop a circle jerk friend group. Everyone else is just sort of like an associate or like a, hey, I know you, but we're not that close. Not about to bend over backwards for you. So you got all these people dogpiling me. For what? Just wanting credit for my video. And I thought to myself at the time, I'm like, this is going to be really rough for a few days, maybe a month. But I told myself in the long run, I'm standing up for something that people are going to agree with. They're going to say, wait a second, I don't want to be content farmed by a millionaire who doesn't, he just couldn't put my name on the screen with content that's mine that he didn't even ask to use. I'm not here to make him a further millionaire by stealing content. Stealing content is what it is. And so, you know, you had all these guys dogpiling me, and in hindsight, I don't actually think they look that good dogpiling me for this. And the irony is they're all smaller channels. Many of them are smaller channels. So it's like, damn, dude, you should have thought about it longer. You know, there's two sides to the story, but their knee-jerk reaction is, hey, I want to be on the right side of things, you know? I don't want to be on the wrong side. because they're all trying to grow YouTube channels too. I'm telling this story over and over and over again, but it's, you know, it's not really, I don't think about it so much anymore. It's but yeah, it was interesting. Could you beat PokeRev in a fist fight? I'm pretty wild, man. I had 5 brothers and we fought all the time. I don't know. I'm a vicious kind of person in a fight. I have the mentality for it. Let me put it that way. But I'm sure I could get beaten up too. There's guys who would beat me up in a heartbeat. What do I do all day? I just open cards. Risk of Rain 2's soundtrack is copyrighted. It's a great soundtrack. I'd love to dogpile Mister. Hey! Dang, I tried on Hello Kitty. Yeah, you're looking for an SP and an SSP. You might get it one, you know, if you keep looking. Let's see. I just saw the short. Dark Alakazam is a little off-center, but it's still beautiful no matter what. Mister, can you start a sublist for Box of Terastal Festival? I probably could. Let's see. PokeRev is also 6 inches shorter and thinner. All right, let's see. I believe we did have a box break running, but it has to be adjusted now. It's getting more expensive. You should have gotten into it earlier. That's why we host these before it arrives. So the odds have to change on it now. I believe it's 105 now, right? So the odds are now 1 in 7. If you'd only bought into this sooner. All right. That's a $15 buy-in, by the way. Let me double check. Is it really 105? Let's see. You know, I need to keep an eye on that because it might keep changing. I didn't know there was a break for Terastal. Yeah, nobody was jumping into it, so I just kind of put it away. All right, guys. Great stream. An hour and 22 minutes is kind of longer than I should have gone, but we're all done. We got a couple new breaks, including a Star Wars break, and we got so many breaks getting ridiculous. I should create a channel in Discord and take a picture of it all. That's what I should be doing. All right, see you later, guys. See you tonight for the Wednesday night